At 88 years old, Max Baer Jr. has finally broken his decades-long silence about Irene Ryan, and he's ready to reveal the untold truth about the woman behind television's most beloved grandmother. After years of carefully guarded memories, the last surviving cast member of the Beverly Hillbillies is setting the record straight about his legendary co-star. Maximilian Adalbert Baer Jr. entered the world on December 4, 1937, in Oakland, California, carrying the weight of his father's incredible legacy. Max Baer Sr. was the heavyweight champion of 1934, a boxing legend known for his ferocious punching power and his stunning victory over Primo Carnera. Growing up as the son of a sports icon meant living under constant public scrutiny, but it also gave young Max a drive for excellence that would shape his entire life. His mother, Mary Ellen Sullivan, provided the stabilizing force in the family, grounding Max in values of education, discipline, and compassion. These influences molded him into a well-rounded individual who excelled both academically and athletically. At Christian Brothers High School in Sacramento, Max demonstrated extraordinary talent, earning letters in 4 different sports at the same time. His abilities extended beyond team sports, and he won the Sacramento Open Junior Golf Tournament twice, showcasing the versatility that would later serve him well in Hollywood. Max's academic achievements were equally impressive. He earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from Santa Clara University, along with a minor in philosophy. This unique combination of practical business knowledge and philosophical thinking would prove crucial throughout his career, particularly when he transitioned from acting to producing and directing. His first taste of show business came early. At age 12, Max made his stage debut in 1949 at England's Blackpool Pavilion in a production of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This early exposure to live performance planted the seeds for his later screen career, though his path to stardom would take quite a winding route. The 1960s marked Max's full entry into professional acting. After signing with Warner Brothers, he quickly became a familiar face on television, appearing in iconic series like Maverick, Surfside 6, Cheyenne, Hawaiian Eye, and 77 Sunset Strip. These appearances sharpened his craft and exposed him to the fast-paced world of television production during what many consider the golden age of American TV. But it was in 1962 that Max Baer Jr.'s life changed forever. He landed the role of Jethro Bodine on the Beverly Hillbillies, a part that would make him a household name and define his career for nearly a decade. Jethro, the naive and dim-witted son of Jed Clampett's cousin, became a beloved character in American pop culture, embodying the show's comedic charm and satirical take on rural-urban contrasts. During the height of the Beverly Hillbillies, Max continued appearing in other projects, including Love American Style and the 1967 war film A Time for Killing. However, the strong association with Jethro limited the variety of roles offered to him, a common predicament for actors closely tied to iconic characters. Recognizing this challenge, Max shifted his focus toward producing, directing, and screenwriting. In 1974, he made his debut behind the camera with Macon County Line, a gritty Southern drama that achieved both commercial success and critical acclaim. He followed this with The Wild McCullochs in 1975 and Ode to Billy Joe in 1976, which became a major box office hit. His business sense extended beyond entertainment into real estate and casino ventures, including ambitious plans for a Beverly Hillbillies-themed empire. Max's personal life often attracted public attention, particularly his romantic relationships. In 1966, he married Joanne Kathleen Hill during the height of his Beverly Hillbillies fame. The pressures of celebrity and the demands of his career placed strains on the marriage, which ended in divorce in 1971. Later relationships with high-profile women like Victoria Principal and model Cher Rhodes kept him in the public eye, sometimes controversially. But it's his professional relationship with Irene Ryan that Max is now most willing to discuss, and his revelations paint a picture far different from the sweet grandmother millions remember. Irene Ryan was nothing like the sweet little old lady people saw on screen. Max reveals with the candor that comes with age. She was sharp, demanding, and tougher than almost anyone I've ever known. When he first stepped onto the set of the Beverly Hillbillies, as a young, inexperienced actor, he encountered a woman who had already survived every era of show business. Ryan was a veteran of vaudeville, radio, and film, carrying herself with the confidence of someone who had endured the industry's highest highs and lowest lows. She'd been through it all, good times, bad times, and everything in between, Max recalls. She didn't suffer fools, and she didn't pretend to. For the young actor, Ryan was initially intimidating. I was young, and she could see right through me, he admits. She knew when you were acting and when you were faking it. But this intimidation came with priceless lessons about professionalism and survival in Hollywood. Ryan demanded precision, preparation, and respect for the craft. Shortcuts and laziness were not tolerated in her presence. Despite her stern reputation on set, Max insists there was another side to Ryan that few people ever witnessed. Off camera, when the lights were down, she could be incredibly warm, he remembers fondly. She had this dry, wicked sense of humor. She'd sit there and tell stories about vaudeville that would make your hair stand on end. Max reveals that Ryan had endured significant personal hardships throughout her life, failed marriages, financial insecurity, and professional struggles long before the Beverly Hillbillies brought her fame late in life. She appreciated success because she knew how fleeting it was, he explains. This perspective shaped her fierce dedication to the show and her protective attitude toward her character. Addressing long-standing rumors about tension on the set, Max acknowledges the reality with characteristic honesty. Yes, there were moments. Anytime you put strong personalities together, you're going to get sparks. But he emphasizes that Ryan's occasional sternness came from a deep understanding of her character's importance to the show's success. She was fiercely protective of her character and the show's integrity, Max explains. She understood that Granny was more than comic relief, she was the backbone of that family. He admits to initially underestimating Ryan's instincts about the show and her character. She was almost always right. I didn't realize that until later. As their working relationship evolved, Max developed profound respect for Ryan's resilience and work ethic. She worked until the very end, he says quietly. Even as her health declined, Ryan refused to slow down. She believed the audience deserved your best, no matter how you felt. Ryan's death in 1973, shortly after the Beverly Hillbillies ended its 9-year run, deeply affected Max and marked what he considers the end of an era. It felt like the end of an era, not just a show, he reflects. Now, speaking without bitterness and with the clarity that comes with age, Max offers his final assessment of his legendary co-star. Irene Ryan helped make me who I am as an actor. She challenged me, scared me, and taught me. He believes that while history has been kind to her memory,
it hasn't always been accurate in its portrayal. People remember the laughter, but they forget the strength it took to create it, he observes. This strength, he argues, was Ryan's defining characteristic. Not the sweetness that audiences associated with Granny, but the toughness required to create and sustain such a beloved character year after year. Max's revelations about Ryan come at a time when he stands as the last surviving regular cast member of the Beverly Hillbillies. The death of Buddy Ebsen in 2003 marked the loss of not just a television legend, but Max's closest friend and mentor from the show. He and Donna Douglas visited Ebsen in the hospital during his final days, a gesture that spoke to the genuine bonds formed during their years together. When Douglas passed away in 2015, Max became the sole remaining link to the show's original ensemble, a distinction both honoring and bittersweet. As the final witness to the friendships, laughter, and shared experiences that once brought millions of viewers together, he carries the responsibility of preserving the legacy of a show that continues to resonate with new generations. At 88, Max Baer Jr. has little interest in myths or nostalgia. His willingness to speak honestly about Irene Ryan reflects a man who has reached a point where truth matters more than image management. The truth is, Irene Ryan was a survivor, he states simply. She earned every laugh she ever got. In finally telling that truth about his legendary co-star, Max honors not only Ryan's memory, but also the complex reality behind one of television's most enduring comedies. His revelations remind us that behind every beloved character stands a real person with their own struggles, strengths, and stories. Stories that deserve to be told with honesty and respect. Through Max's eyes, we see Irene Ryan not as the mythical grandmother figure, but as the consummate professional and survivor she truly was.
It's a truth that adds depth to our understanding of both the woman and the legacy she left behind, ensuring that her real strength, not just her comedic genius, will be remembered for generations to come.